Here's another look at the 14-day forecast, and Halloween, the second one down on the left column. Lots of rain. No snow, but it's not really supposed to start till that night. As a kid, I think I would prefer snow for Halloween than rain, because trick-or-treating in the rain just stinks. Snow's tolerable for that. You don't get wet. Well, unless it's wet snow and it melts on you, that's all different. But either way, if you're looking at the forecast here, there's like snow, lots of snow. Not high quantities, but frequency. It's like nearly every day there's snow icons in there. So it may be upon us finally. I heard robins outside my window earlier today, and more than one. I think they're talking to each other. I'm pretty sure they're going to be gone after this. They're going to start heading south and get away from all this white crap.
Your Thursday update for our storm system across Ontario. We're going to be taking a look at the trick-or-treating forecast, and it is no trick. We're talking about snowfall, the first of the season for some of us in southern Ontario. We'll take a look at the timing of that, but first, let's take a look at the trick-or-treating hours. I would say 5, 6, 7, and 8 p.m. where we still do have those scattered rain showers, southwestern Ontario, GTA, Bruce Peninsula, Cottage Country, and eastern Ontario, Kingston East. This is where, again, I'm going to back it up a couple hours. You can see we're looking at more of that steadier rain through the evening hours. Beyond that, we've got our snowfall up towards Sudbury, so you'll need your winter gear if you're trick-or-treating in Sudbury. But let's follow that snow as it creeps further and further south into southern Ontario through Thursday overnight, tonight and into tomorrow morning. Huron, Bruce, Grey counties, you're going to be the first to see the snow in southern Ontario. That makes sense. Some of those areas are in the traditional snowbelt areas. But then the western and northern extents of the GTA, don't be surprised, depending on how early you wake up Friday morning, to be seeing some snow flying in the sky. Again, colder air is wrapping in behind this system. So I would say along the 400, some of those northern roads, we're going to be looking at snowfall early Friday morning. We're going to take a look at our snowfall forecast, but first I want to remind you, bring in your Halloween decorations tonight, because tomorrow they may not be there anymore, because we've got wind gusts along the shoreline close to 100K. With the snow coming in, we're going to be looking at blowing snow as well. So may want to be starting to think about putting those winter tires on if you haven't done so already. Something to keep in the back of your mind. And again, a look at our snowfall forecast. Generally 2 to 5, maybe 5 to 10 centimeters in the traditional snowbelt areas in southern Ontario. Heavier amounts up towards Sudbury.
So it sounds like it's going to be pretty nasty out there. I'm not going to play this video because they're just showing the weather in Quebec, and it's pretty much the same as what we're getting, or what we'll be getting. But there's something of interest that Montreal postpones Halloween, and several other cities may follow suit. I don't ever remember this happening before, but I guess they decided for safety reasons, and just so more kids can go out, because a lot of kids won't be going out in bad weather. So they just decided to move it to Friday, a day ahead, so that everybody has a chance to go out, which I think is actually kind of cool. And I look at it from a kid's point of view. When I was a kid, would I be upset that Halloween wasn't the night I was anticipating? Or would I be happy that I would still actually be able to go the next night? I don't know. I guess it depends on the age. Understand what's happening. I'm not sure. But I think it's kind of cool. And I heard there were a few cities in the States that were doing the same thing, which is kind of neat. All because of the weather. And she mentions here, only in Canada can Halloween be postponed due to weather. Well, apparently not just Canada. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I myself have to go out shopping, and I'm looking at the options. Do I want to go out today in the rain, or do I want to wait till tomorrow when it's cold and windy? Well, I decided I'm going to go out in the rain. spot weld just broke again, and I'm sitting here. I'm faced with the embarrassment of everybody watching me push the stupid thing again. So I can get up over the hill. I can probably just kind of let things go, but fortunately I'm sitting here with a coffee in my hand. And it's only half a coffee because I was planning on stopping at Timmy's, so I need time to finish it before I get the new one. So I made a decision. I'm just going to sit here, finish my coffee, and push the monster up over the hill here and just see what I can do from there. There is one thing I hadn't considered with this hub problem. When the axle is spinning and the hub is not, the hub is connected by one bolt in the center of the axle. So the axle and the bolt are both spinning together, and the hub is not. Therefore, the hub is trying to unscrew the bolt. And apparently that's what's happening. Looking at it, and I can see about an inch of spline between the hub and the spacer that it was welded to, so the wheel is definitely coming off. When I'm on level ground, I can sit on the monster and get it moving, but I'm faced with the possibility of the wheel coming off at this moment, so I don't want my extra weight on it when that happens. Otherwise, I'm going to cause some damage to the axle and the splines, and a new hub isn't going to really make a difference on anything. I need that new hub, and I need it now. I still haven't heard anything. Maybe I'll call again on Monday and see what happens. But for the moment, I just need to get the monster home. I'll take the wheel off, tighten that bolt up again, and I guess spot weld it one more time. The problem I've got right now is the hub is not welded directly to the axle. It's welded to the spacer, and I have no idea why the spacer is stuck to the axle and not spinning itself. I'm kind of worried that if I weld all the way around, then it's going to heat up the spacer, expand it, and it's going to release from the axle, and then I won't be able to drive the monster at all. That's my fear with that. And the other problem I'm facing is it's all rusty. Both parts are rusty, so I'm basically welding to rust, so I'm not getting a good connection as it is. And in order to really do that properly, I'd have to take everything apart, get the grinder, I'll grind off all the rust and get a good weld that way. But that's, with the weather being cooler now, it's really not something I want to do. If it comes down to it, I have to, then I have to, but it's really not something I want to get into right now. So, finally got the monster home, and I ended up fixing the weld that broke. I re-welded it, and then I added a second one just for extra support. I need to get stuff. There's food that I have to buy, and I really don't want to wait till the next day. I can't wait till I get my new hub. So I'll spot weld it again and head on back out. And I guess from this point on, until I get my new hub, I'm only going to drive it as much as I need to. No pleasure tours for a little while. I just got to go out and get some shopping done, and we'll see what happens. As it turned out, the rain stopped, and there was a good 3-hour window for the trick-or-treaters. It was just like perfect timing. So for us here, everything worked out well that way. When the rain came back, snow was trying to come with it, but it was stopping at the other side of the lake. It was trying to, but I think the heat from the water was just kind of keeping it as rain, holding off the snow for now. So I get looking at the precipitation outlook. Yeah, it looks like the snow is going to start about 11:30, 0.2 centimeters per hour, and 1 centimeter per hour, 1.2, 1.4, 1.3, 0.2, 1.2, 0.9, 1.1, 1.6, 1. Yes, quite a bit in there. That's if it snows the whole time. So it looks like we might be in for some good snow tonight. And the special weather statement: wet Halloween with gusty winds expected, strong westerly winds, gusts of 70 or 80 excuse me, kilometers per hour possible tonight into Friday morning. Remember, pedestrians are more difficult to see when it's dark and raining. Strong wind gusts may bring down tree limbs. Power outages are possible. I don't know what's wrong with my voice here. So, I'm kind of glad I went out today. And it looks like it's not going to be a nice night, and it's not going to be nice tomorrow. So, I'm going to keep my eye on it and see when it actually starts snowing. Well, here it is, folks. Our first snow of 2019. And it is just past 11:30 as predicted. Therefore, our first snow this year is Halloween. October 31st, about 11:30 p.m. Am I happy about this? Not really, but at least we're getting it a time of year we should be, so I guess that's okay. Not the strong winds out there. I can actually feel the house vibrating every once in a while. And I was checking the hydro map, and there is actually some outages out there. My power was flickering quite a bit. I was trying not to get too involved in anything with the computer, so if the power went off, nothing bad would happen. But it never did go off. It came pretty close to it, I think, a few times, but nothing ever happened. So, I woke up next morning, I looked outside, and our first snowfall actually gave us accumulation, which was kind of interesting. Didn't get any warning this year. Normally we get a warning with the snow falling, but no accumulation. This year everything just kind of came at once. So I don't get a very good view out my window with the screen on it. So I don't really have any good view out my window, period. And I didn't get everything I needed yesterday, so gonna head on out today. And of course, the lure of the snow on the ground, getting it on a good video of it, kind of made me want to go out as well. Even though I'm just not really trusting the monster right now. So, gonna head on out. And I got to Timmy's today. And I met up with somebody that I've been looking for. And I got some information about the crash that I posted, the fatal crash, and I will update you on that with the next video. Thanks for watching.